Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and jail to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
To anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. Dee-dee, a fwit-dee-dee-dee-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Ya-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Adventures waiting further down the road.
Let's go!
Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Ya-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie.
Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to Nat 21 Adventures Monthly, or in this case, bi-monthly, sorry, Patreon game Escape from Jarl Island. This is part 5, Friends and Enemies. Now, before we begin the adventure this evening, there is something that you should know. A little surprise, if you will. This is another episode with a Word of the Day prize giveaway. That's right, and some of you were warned on a couple different social medias that this would be a prize giveaway, and it is, so that's exciting. The word of the day that you are going to hear, pay attention, get your pencils out. The word of the day that you are going to hear is moop. Okay, let's say it again. The word of the day is moop. That's right. So if you are looking to win the prize today, to enter, you need to listen for the word moop to be spoken at some point during our episode, and then start typing. That's right. If you type the word moop after I say the word moop, you will be entered to win our prize, our special secret prize that I can't tell you about, but it's really good. You're going to really like it. I'm kind of jealous. That being said, who knows it? Get out of here. Get out of here. Know this word. You've never met a moop. That's not true. We've all seen a moop on the channel. I wish moops were real. Anyway, I'm getting way ahead of myself. Tonight, I'm not going to get anywhere with me getting distracted. Tonight, we give you more adventures on the high seas in the southern Scandinavian corner of Urt. Previously on our adventure, our party encountered a tavern thief named Sigrid. We all know Sigrid. We all love Sigrid. Some of us don't. It's okay. She was on the terrifying Jarl Island where we started, who invited them to join her on a treasure hunt. They went in search of gold, and along with the riches, they found remnants of a 50-year-old mystery. They learned of Jarl Hawk, who was murdered by his own right hand, Ivar Hafsson, amidst a great and terrible mutiny. Then they discovered a hidden temple inhabited by a priestess, kind of creepy priestess. She was sacrificing goats. It was weird. Whose fading memory brought some secrets of Jarl Hawk and his fiery-haired bride to light. This past episode brought our players face to face with 3 stone giants, who allowed them to gaze into their pool of time. In it were 3 scenes of the past: of slaver ships and broken chains, of mystic sacrifices and forbidden alliances, and of a captain at the peak of his madness. Our adventurers have set sail yet again to continue their search for gold and for more answers. Now it's time to roll that fantastic Nat 21 footage. Let's go. I love that beautiful epic opening is for the same game where we flung monkey poo. That just makes me giggle. First of all, before we get started, I would like to welcome our Patreon Saints on this lovely, lovely Thursday evening and ask you all how your summer has been so far. Let me bring you all in here. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, it's a moop! It's a real moop. Look at that. That's amazing.
I can go downstairs and get the OG moop.
Oh, no. I guess moops are real. I take that back. The moops are real. It's true.
You don't know.
Like I said, I can get the OG one.
Maybe during the commercial break, I might have to see it. However, I would like to know, how is everyone's summer going so far? Since it's been a while since we saw each other.
Oh, it's
Busy.
been hectic. I just got back home from the Vermont Renaissance Fair, performed up there, and I'm getting ready to go up to Olcott, New York in about 10 days for the Pirate Festival up there.
Nice. That's awesome.
We've been to Disney. My company sent me to Vegas.
Nice.
Launched a new educational program. We've been running in circles.
That's awesome. Yeah, you went to Disney without me, so whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But we went to Disney with your help.
Oh, you ate some Moroccan food, and I'm so glad you did.
2 words: hummus fries.
Oh gosh, they're the best, aren't they?
Oh God, they're amazing.
Yep. Shameless plug for anyone else who would like some help with their Disney vacation. Feel free to reach out to me because I can do that. That's my day job right now. Yeah, sweet. And Puent. Oh, I'm calling you Puent right now. Anything exciting? There we go.
Setting up more stuff for my horn carving company.
Sweet.
Actually, potentially working with other people to do consignments for me that you may know.
Nice. it was very strange having on the same day you, me, and Pax all in the same spot. And technically also, is it Romulus? What was his character name? Yeah, Romulus. Who else? There's some other people. It was really weird. I was like, this is like, everyone's in one spot.
Well, the day you were there, we had Cree.
Oh.
Or Clee, I'm sorry, our
Clee.
Clee
That's
Barry.
right, Clee. Yes, that's right. That's right.
Oh my
Romulus.
God.
Romulus was there. You were there. I was there.
Aguilar.
Were you there the third weekend?
That was the only weekend I was there.
Frank was there.
Oh my gosh.
That's he's one of the founding members of AAA.
Okay.
I don't remember seeing him the third weekend.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Sally was there too. I'm so sorry, Sally. Just you weren't in front of me, and for some reason, I have object permanence like a toddler. That's anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about. I jumped in as an understudy on the third weekend of the New Jersey Renaissance Fair, and it was just this weird moment where so many channel people were all in one place, which like never happens. It was really cool.
Yeah, I hope got to be the queen.
Well. What was that?
And Clee got to be the queen.
Clee. Okay, so Clee has always been a queen. However, Clee literally got to be the queen. She jumped in as an understudy as well. She understudied the queen. Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
Yeah, because I pirated the original one away to Vermont Ren Fair to do pirating.
You kidnapped the queen. That's why Clee was the queen.
Pirate.
Yeah, that makes sense. Speaking of pirates, we're gonna do our game. I could have had this. You guys need to pull me away from some of these conversations sometimes. All right. So my friends, you have recently spoken to the rock giants, stone giants, excuse me. You saw a couple of weird things in that time pool in that tree. And the map has taken you once again out to sea, headed toward another island. So you've been sailing nearly a full day now. This particular island is a bit farther from the others. It's in fact, it is actually comprised of 3 very tiny islands clustered closely together. Sigrid's map that you are still currently using, Sigrid's map, says that it is called the Silver Atoll. However, as the day turns into night, you notice thick clouds starting to form. It looks like the sun's setting a lot faster than it should. And suddenly, a bright flash of lightning erupts above you.
Can we get this dinghy out of the water pretty quick here? We should not be in the open.
You are in open waters, my friends. So I will explain. This boat that you are on is still the same boat that you picked up from the temple, as far as I'm aware, because you went back on it and left. It's a pretty decent boat. It is not a super tiny dinghy. It actually has a below deck, but one of those you can squish somebody in underneath below deck. So there are 3 places that you can be at the moment. You don't have a proper like crow's nest. You do have some rigging to climb up on. You could be on the main deck, fore, aft, starboard, port, whatever. Or you can be below deck, which is aft. And it's really only room for one person to squish under there. So if you would like to either choose a spot to be during this kerfuffle or just happen to tell me where you are right now, that would be extremely useful for what we're about to do next.
Yeah, I'm going to grab a railing and hold on for dear life.
On the main deck.
Trollan might need to have a lasso tied around him and turn into a sea lion and pull us quicker.
I'm not strong enough, as my mother is, to turn into swimming animals.
All right. So, Traylon, you are on the main deck. Which part of the main deck are you going to grab onto? Just out of curiosity. Port or starboard, left or right?
Port.
Okay. All right. Argrex.
Starboard?
Same thing, holding on tight.
Might as well.
Okay. And Puent.
Lightning, metal. I'm going underneath and squishing.
Okay. Okay. And Puent, it is a tight squish, even though you are pretty small. You do have a lot of stuff on you. So really, genuinely, the other two, either of them could not squish in with you, just so we're clear. All right. So
Of course, the tank is down below.
that would be a good reason. Also, there's stuff rolling around in there, though, Puent, so just a heads up. All right, so the winds start coming in almost completely out of nowhere. They're just horizontal winds. The boat really starts to rock. It starts to rock, and it starts to really feel like you are on a roller coaster. To begin, I'm going to have you all roll a fortitude for me, please, or a Constitution, whichever you think you are going to need to remain stalwart in the face of this storm. Also, there's a lot of alcohol in here because I know what's coming.
Ooh, 21 on the con check. Dirty 21.
All right.
16.
Eight.
Yes, BLC Blondie. I like roller coasters. Trollan does not like roller coasters.
Hey, that's not fair. I've never been on the Tron ride. I'm going to.
You
However,
should. It is amazing.
I've heard. You guys are like making me jealous. All right. Whew. Okay. So, everyone made a save here, or rolled high enough. That first set of rock. Oh, this chair is squeaky. It's gonna sound like I'm doing something. I'm gonna rock anyway. My apologies. So, Argax, because of the waves, because of the way you're kind of being knocked around, you have just taken a -2 to your dexterity for the next round. My apologies. So, yeah. Now, as these waves are rolling, the water comes rushing from the sky in thick droves, and there is a huge lightning strike. And that lightning strike is coming straight for your ship. And it misses your ship entirely. Woo! Okay, so, but that's not all. Just as the lightning strikes, the ship rocks again, and a wave comes up the port side. And it's a big wave. I can tell you how big the wave is. I'm so sorry. It is a 30-foot swell.
Advantage to DM.
Oh, how much more do you want that to be? Okay. Yeah, it's a 30-foot swell. I need everyone to, I'm so sorry. I need you all to do a dexterity roll.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 19.
Okay.
The computer dice like me tonight so far.
I got a 12.
Okay.
So, you said I have -2 to dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
This round.
Yeah. Well, that turns my +1 into a -1, and I rolled 2.
I am so sorry. All right. So that wave definitely on that port side came over, sloshed onto the ground. And Argrax, it did take your feet out from under you. That's going to be... Okay, that's only 3. You'll be fine. You kind of bumped your head or something on the way down. You'll live, but kind of sucked. All right. Now, you might think that was bad enough. However, as that water comes sloshing, takes Argrax off by his feet, he knocks his head into that railing, is now laying down. Hopefully he can get himself back up. There is a giant gust of wind whoosh, that rushes at you from the starboard side. It is so bad that... Okay, it's so bad that it's really loud. That's all that happens. All right, cool.
How'd you say something? I couldn't hear you over the wind.
All right, so Traylon, we are back to you.
I'm not liking this lightning, so I am going to call lightning, which gives me control of the storm.
Okay, go ahead.
It happens. It's just a spell. I have control of the storm for the next 10 minutes.
That's awesome.
Anywhere I want to point is 4d10 lightning damage.
Nice. All right, let me just make a note.
It is concentration, though.
Okay. Awesome. I make a note of that there. Cool. Quint, you are huddled.
Oh yeah.
Not a danger.
And you know, praying to justice that we make it through this.
That's good. Is it like active? Like, is there a certain, you're not doing like any kind of spell or anything. You're just literally praying.
No, I'm just literally holding my warhammer with in one hand. My other hand is finding its way through the spikes of the chest to the emblazoned justice symbol, and I am praying to justice to get through this.
It's amazing. Well done.
While trying not to be seasick.
Sure. And it's got to be worse laying down too. That's got to be so much worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna agree. That was extremely useful. All right, Argrax. Man, you just got the worst of it. I apologize. I'm assuming you're getting back up, trying again.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back up. Find ways to anchor myself. What's the railing like of the ship? Is it spokes?
Yeah.
Upright?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna use my tail also to help anchor me.
Okay.
Kind of weave it through a couple wraparound and dig my claws in.
All right. Awesome. My friends, it is time to do that save for that fatiguing that's happening to you because that ship is still rolling. So I want you to do that fortitude or that constitution save again. See where we are at this time around.
Dirty 21.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Oops.
All right. So, Argrax, what did you get on that one?
8 again.
8 again. Okay. So both Traylon and Argrax, you guys, I'm so sorry. That is still a -2 to your dexterity. My apologies. Yeah. However, there is still plenty going on. So even though there is no lightning, which is crazy to me that you can do that. That's so cool. There are still lots and lots and lots of waves, and one is coming up on the port side this time, or I'm sorry, the starboard side this time. Oof. Okay. All right. The swell is 30 feet, and this time, as it hits the ship, it comes over, and it is going to knock into that starboard side railing. Unfortunately, cracks here on it, but that's okay, because instead of hitting you, it has started to do damage to the ship. Now is a good time for me to clarify something for you guys. You guys getting damaged by this storm is bad enough. However, your ship may also get damaged by this storm. If 10 pieces of major damage occur to this ship, it's not a ship anymore at all. Now, how that piece of the railing has been knocked off. It slides on that water, on that slippery surface, completely into the wheel of the ship. Now, you have an opportunity, those of you who are on deck, on the main deck, to do either an acrobatics, or not on the regular standard. So to do an acrobatics, to see if you would like to try and right the wheel before it completely snaps off. Or you can just let it break at this point. It's up to you.
I'll go for it.
Okay.
Seven? Good Lord. All of my dice are rolling sixes.
I don't know what no one wants to give Argax an advantage so piece of the ship isn't broken forever. Okay. No, unfortunately that is not enough for you to have made it to the wheel just yet. The wheel does knock completely off, and it is now sort of sliding along the deck.
There's the advantage.
Hey, look at that. Thank you, Sally. You didn't have to. I was just suggesting. Lonnie's gonna be like advantage story.
Nope, it's the we'll go with a 7.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, any less than that, you might also get hurt trying. So let's stick with the 7.
Yeah, let's just say that it's better that I got that result on an advantage than as a natural.
Oof, yeah.
The only bypass.
All right. So unfortunately you did not manage to save. So that is one major point of damage on your ship. Again, if the ship gets damaged 10 times, there is really no longer a ship. So those opportunities, if you think you can manage them to, if there's anything you can fix or save or grab, you definitely want to be going for those, because if you're stranded in the water without a ship, that island is nowhere near you at the moment. All right. Oh, that's right. Hey, look, wind. I forgot we weren't at the wind part yet. All right. Another huge gust of wind comes up. And once again, it only looked big. It was adequate. It was an adequate size for a gust of wind. You know, some people would say it was big. Okay, Traylon, it's back to you.
Just checking something. What's the level?
Oh,
on
Lord
this
of Lightning.
Remember,
Ooh.
you're concentrating for 10 minutes. Or
Yes,
long.
I am concentrating for 10 minutes, so I can't cast any other concentration spells, but I may very well turn into a giant spider.
Okay. Why not?
It's going to give me a hell of a lot more stickiness to the boat, but more importantly, I can web things.
Yes. Okay. Awesome.
Which may be helpful. So let me see. My wild shape. How long does it take? I can never remember. I can't remember if it's an action or not.
That's okay. How about while you are doing that, I'm going to jump ahead and Puent.
Yep.
Are you still
that
huddled?
the boat is starting to crack?
Yeah.
No, I am pulling myself out of the cubby hole.
Mhm.
Worst comes to worst, I can just start joining myself with the boat with my spikes.
Okay. All right. Hey, that
I
works.
mean, I am a soldier. Hopefully, I can figure out how to put the wheel back together.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, it's not that you can't fix these things when the storm ends, but you definitely, how much are you going to be able to fix, you know?
But I'm
All
not going
right.
to lie, it is definitely crawling on the hands and elbows, using the spikes to dig in.
Fair point. Don't drown if there's another way. Get a straw. Just sort of, wait, I'm going to do my impression of Puent. All right. You know what? Let's go back. Traylon, you ready to go?
Yeah, it did take my whole action to turn into that spider. So
Okay.
I don't have the ability to web it in the same turn.
Okay. Awesome. Argax.
I'm going to use one of my special abilities and go into my Book of Shadows. And I'm going to cast Water Breathing on everybody.
So you don't use straws. That's great.
That lasts for 24 hours.
Nice. All right.
And I've learned that courtesy of Traylon.
Wow, it's almost like I knew you guys had what it takes to beat a storm.
We've been doing this for a while.
All right. All right. So if that's everybody, we are going to go back to doing that save again because this storm is unrelenting, and it's not giving up. So that is going to be your Constitution roll. Once again, everybody, tell me how you're doing this round.
Mm.
$15.
Oof. Okay, 15's
What?
good. 4's not good.
Oh, actually, I got a 6. I still had the -2 applied from before.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah,
We're
that
back
doesn't apply to Constitution. Yeah.
Nope. And we are back to yeah, those are yep. Cool. Quint.
I got a 12.
A 12. Okay. So Traylon, 6 is better than 4. You now have a -2 on your strength for this one. Which kind of stinks if you're trying to web people. But it's still useful. All right. All right.
Webs are ranged attack decks.
Oh, cool. Then you're fine. All right, sweet. All right. So more lightning is coming down on you. Surprise, surprise. It's almost like
No, it's not.
10 minutes.
It's coming down over there.
Oh shoot! I'm so sorry. Not lightning. Waves. The waves are coming out of here. Not the lightning. I loved my lightning, and you destroyed it. How dare you? All right, the waves are coming, and all right. So there's another 30-foot swell, and this one does hit a. Oh no, this one doesn't. My apologies. This is a 30-foot swell. This one does not hit anything on the ship. However, I need you to do a dexterity check, please, because these are going to come sweeping completely across the ship. And it's going to try and take you guys out by the ankles here. That wave is just sloshing. It's like a water slide.
15.
Okay.
9.
9.
Point, you should have stayed under.
I don't know. I've already crawling on the deck, so you know.
All right, my friends. That is 2 Puent. I'm so sorry. You're going to take 2 points of ouch. I just knocked into something. Damage. Oh, and 2. Okay. Argax, that is 2 ouch. I just got swept off by a wave and knocked into something. Ooh. Yeah. This is... yeah. All right. There is some wind coming by. Oh no. And that wind is gusting. Oh gosh, I am rolling high and you guys are rolling low, and I'm so sorry. I just got a 19, so I'm so sorry. This does damage the ship. It is going to go at the rigging. It's going to pull rigging off the mast completely, unless someone would like to climb to reattach it.
Spiders climb.
All right, so that is going to be a climb, specifically. See if you can reach it. It's not heavy, it's not hard to move, but it is all the way up, and if it doesn't get reattached, the motion of it flapping is going to tear it completely off, and it'll go in the ocean, and you'll have nothing to attach your sail to.
Yep. Well, I can climb difficult surfaces without an ability check.
Nice. Go get the rigging.
But I do have to grab the rigging.
Yeah, right.
So is that Dex or Strength?
That is going to be Dex because it's not heavy at all. It's just flapping around.
Heavy at all. So 15 to grab it.
Okay. Good job. You do manage to grab that. You're going to tie that. Not need to tie it to anything specifically. Just tie it down. And then if I were you, I would retreat all the way back down to a much safer vantage point off of the rigging. Well done. All right. So we are still just at 1 point of damage.
Rain and wash the spider out.
Did Argrax sing it, or because that's messed up? Ouch! Oh no!
And then that means up comes the sun.
It's true. It's true. I'm writing that down to clip. So mean. All right. We're back to Traylon. Speaking of.
All right. Well, is that wheel still kicking around on the ship, or did it already? It is.
It is.
All
it is
right.
sliding back and forth.
I'm gonna web that thing down.
Okay.
So let me see. Do I hit it? Yeah, maybe not. I only got an 11 to hit it.
Sure. It's still flapping a little bit, but you got it down. It's not sliding to take out your feet, you know.
All right.
That's fine. All right, cool. Anything else on your turn?
Other than trying to not get washed off the boat, yeah, that's it.
Cool. Went. How you doing there, buddy?
Slowly moving towards the wheel.
Mm-hmm. All right. Sweet. Anything else in particular? You're just getting over there.
Just taking my time and making sure I'm secure moving forward.
I wouldn't even, this isn't even half speed. Like, I don't even know.
Oh, this is like quarter speed.
Yeah. Okay.
If I'm moving 30 feet normally, I am moving 4.
It works for me. You're staying unbothered, moisturized in your lane. Literally. All right. Archives.
I think there's not really a whole heck of a lot we can do right now except ride it out.
Except hold on tighter. And guess what? It's time again to roll to see if you guys are still hanging on or if you're not doing so well in all of this wind.
$15.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, Argrax, why is it you this whole episode? Oh no.
What did you do, Ray?
What'd you get?
I rolled the number. the bad one.
Ouch, 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 audience. Ouch.
There are no crit fails on saves.
Oh, that's right. How quickly I forgot. I'm trying to help. Yeah, hey, guess what, Argrax? Guess what? Remember when somebody earlier joked about Argrax overboard? Yeah, I'm so sorry. With a plop. Now, you can see him. This boat is not very large. Argrax goes into the water, and
Point of order.
yes, please.
My tail and all that was wrapped around a thing. So does that just mean I'm flopping over the side of the boat, dangling above the water? So my tail was wrapped around the railings.
Roll me a strength for your tail. I like where you're going with this.
That's
You're just
why I
getting
make sure to specify these
keel
type of
instead.
details. Because these
Better.
details come in handy.
You're right. I forgot that you wrapped your tail.
That's just a 3. What the heck is up with these dice?
Do you get some other dice? They're going to dice jail, man. That's
This is every single D21 I'm rolling so far.
oh my gosh. Okay. I
All
apologize.
right,
I
Argrax
kind
is
of
not going to like me. He's not going to like me at all. But I'm trying to save him. It's
Okay.
a dirty 21,
The plus side is I can't drown.
but it's a dirty 21 to throw my trident and pin his tail to keep him from going overboard.
Ow.
Does that mean that actually pins the wood that broke off that my tail was holding on to? And not me itself?
I mean, it's the motion of the tail going. If you're fast enough. Roll a dexterity for me, please, Gwent. Let's see if you were quick enough to try and do that, because he got swept. But I'm gonna this is terrible.
18.
Oh my god. I have to give it to you. I don't have notes.
It's not like I rolled a crit.
I don't have notes for using forks on our friends. I have to give it to you because that's high and it's close enough. And I don't want him to go overboard. The jokes that I could tell if I didn't think we'd get demonetized right now. Oh boy. Yes, Puent, you did manage to stick Argrax's tail to the ground, and I'm assuming that is going to take some kind of I don't know what the correct procedure is when you fork your friends. I'm just gonna start by saying it that way. I guess I'm just gonna roll 1d4 of damage for you, Argrax. I mean, I don't.
Well, I roll because it's what the trident
That's
is.
right. You're doing it, so go for it.
It's a grand total of 4 points. It's my strength, and I rolled a 1 for the actual damage. And it's not like I can't heal him once this is over. Yes, he might be able to breathe underwater with the water breathing, but at least he's not going overboard and being swept away in the sea.
Because the next part was getting swept. Yeah, I'm not saying it was a bad idea. I'm just saying that you finally broken me. Like I don't have any chance.
Yeah, well, when I feel the trident hit, I let out a roar, and do I get that pissed off?
Go ahead, hellish rebuke me. I kind of expected it. Hellish rebuke me. I'm not going to be mad. I knew what I was getting into. We've been part of this party together how long?
Get forked.
Oh, do I though?
I just have to know, Traylon, what is going on in your brain? Your fighter Sheila brain. They're actively attacking each other while there's a storm breaking the ship into pieces.
I'm just gonna, yeah. There's a spider over there that you can just see is shaking its head like in shame.
I'm really glad.
No, I'm not gonna do it because that'd be the one moment that my dice would work well, and that's 5d10 of damage that I could potentially do on rebuke.
Blondie's saying roll for it.
Yeah, well, I don't care what Blondie say right now.
All right, now you guys are gonna be fighting.
I have the power to mute her. But what I do say is, I let out a roar and like, you roly-poly rock-smashing fool!
Aye, but did you go overboard?
Roll animal handling for vicious mockery, please. It doesn't make any sense. But since you wanted to attack him anyway, that way Blondie gets a roll.
That's a 21.
Fantastic. And just to keep it fair,
that's not 21.
Just give me a 1d4. Just we're breaking all the rules. This is not real D&D. This has nothing to do with anything. You've broken me, so I have nothing else. Okay, Puent, you take 1 point of ouch to my heart. Oh,
it's a crit.
Oh, it's a crit? It gets 2.
It was a nat 21.
That's
that doubles
right.
damage. He takes 2 points.
Puent, you get 2 points of ouch my feelings damage because your friend yelled at you for trying to save him. But you're Puent, so it doesn't really affect you that bad. But it does.
Yeah, he does that, and I go, fine, have an extra beer later.
Amazing. Problem solved. Awesome sauce. Yeah.
Pop quiz, hot shot. What else you got for us?
Oh my god. All right, so that was the wind, correct? That was the wind. Yes. Right, because we were on 5. All right. But you're almost out of here. It's almost over. It is almost over. The storm is really trying hard, but it is almost over. I need you all to roll one more of those Constitution, those Fortitude. See if you are still upright after all of this.
20.
Okay.
11.
Okay.
$18.
Okay, Traylon, you have -1 on your strength. Cool. All right. And there's still no lightning. The lightning spider lord. All right, but there is a giant wave. That wave, okay. It is a 20-foot wave. I need you all to make another dexterity save. It's coming in.
I'm exempt because I'm not going anywhere right now.
No, he's pinned.
There, you are pinned entirely.
14.
I auto-passed my save.
And I got a 17.
Okay. Point, I missed yours. I'm sorry.
14.
Okay. All right. So you guys are all fine from that. Was safe, marked safe from the wave. But there's still some more wind. Okay. It is a gust of wind. It's not doing much to you. Wow, we got off pretty easy on that one. We're back to Traylon. What are you doing?
Well, Agrax isn't going anywhere.
Except maybe back onto the deck.
Except maybe back onto the deck.
I haven't had an action since I fell.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to rope down. I'm just kind of holding on to see if something needs to be webbed.
Okay.
Like maybe pull me back on deck.
I could scramble over there and kind of reach out at you with large spider limbs. I don't really have like hands to grab you with. I could claw into the back of your armor and try and pick you up.
Can you web me a rope to climb up?
No, it's not. It's not like I can make forms out of it. It's just more of a spray and pray.
And now we're demonetized.
So close. All right. What are you doing?
Moving slowly and steadily towards the wheel.
Jaws has spoken. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. All right, Argox. It is now your turn to try again.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back on deck.
Yeah.
Pull that blasted trident out of my tail.
Yeah.
And throw it back to point where it lands, thudding into the deck, close enough to his face to show my frustration due to the pain.
Not even gonna make you roll for it. That's just yeah. Kids, stop fighting. See, it all worked out. You're fine.
It was a 2. It doesn't hit anywhere near him.
Okay.
It just kind of rolls loose on the floor now, since it was not enough to stick where I wanted it to stick.
I'm willing to let you have that moment, but if you really wanted to roll, then you're just like, yeah, this is for. Oh. Yeah.
I made him feel bad for a second. That's enough.
You did. You hurt his heart and his feelings. All right. Whew. All right. The storm clouds are moving slowly away, but it has not left enough just yet. However, still no lightning, which is good. But there is one more wave that is going to crest, and it is nothing at all. You don't have to worry about that wave. It barely even comes over the side of the railing. However, there is still wind, and that wind is a 20-foot swell. Everyone needs to... Yeah, okay, so it's a... Sorry, not 20-foot swell. It's a... Oh, no, I did read that wrong. The wind is a 20-foot swell. It's going to sweep you away. No, it's not. I was reading the wrong spot. Everyone needs to make a dexterity check for me, please, to make sure that they are not swept over. I'd like to read my own notes.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
15.
20.
Sweet. All right, you guys have made it. Fantastic. And the ship seems to be pretty much in order. Yeah, I'm going to give you guys each one more opportunity to write yourselves, fix something, grab something, because the clouds are parting, but they're not quite gone just yet. Sun is coming out as it's just finishing setting at this point. So that's going to be Traylon.
Well, I might want to try and get that wheel back on the mast there.
Okay.
Don't know if it's repairable in any way, but I can try and sort of pick it up and web it in place.
Yeah, you could certainly do that at the moment. Sure, absolutely. Gosh. I guess that would be...
Where's Mend when you need it?
Right. I kind of want you to roll animal handling because you're Spader and you're handling something.
I can theoretically do that.
Yeah, why not? Twice in 5 minutes on one episode. Sure. Let's do it.
Sure, that's an 18.
Okay. Yeah, you've definitely gotten it back in its place. The mechanism is not reattached, but it is upright. It is not broken in any way that you can see. Like it could be repaired from what you're looking at. And you have it upright, so it's not getting any more scratched or busted. Quent, what are you doing?
Since he's got the wheel hopefully taking place, at least momentarily fixed, I'm going to grab the trident, throw it behind, turn to Argrax and toss him a battle brew in a nice leisurely manner so he can catch it.
Kids,
And
children.
tell him to down it. Now I just have to wait and see if he downs it.
Okay, so what are you doing? All right. Yep.
And when he does that, he's healed back to full.
Okay. Cool. Argrax.
Just hanging out still.
All right. Sweet. So the storm has totally moved on. I forgot to mention that Sigrid completely roped herself down to a mast. She didn't have to deal with any of this. I neglected to tell you she's of course with you and completely noped out of this. She hasn't been that much of a help, to be perfectly honest, but she does have all the maps and the knowledge. So yeah, so she sort of unravels herself from the mast and says, glad you're all still here. That's good. Shall we?
Aye. And thanks for your help during that storm. We couldn't have done it without you.
Aye,
we did.
now lass, climb the mast and fix the rigging.
Fine. So she gets to work fixing that one as you continue sailing onward. Now, you can't really steer it that well unless you fix it, but you can kind of. This is going to be a Disney
While
reference.
he's doing that, I guess
Yeah.
I need to roll animal handling because there is no vehicle maneuvering or repair. But with the background, I do have that.
It is proven canon that to maneuver vehicles or traveling objects, animal handling is what we use. That's what you use for flying carpets,
Amazing.
Uberhawks, flying
didn't-
castles.
I didn't know that the flying carpets were animal handling. That's amazing.
Even landing flying castles.
That's
Yep.
so good. That is, I don't know how I missed that detail. That's amazing. All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of, the ship is sort of, to use another Disney reference, the, what is it called? The little, like, bumper cars, the raceway, Tomorrowland Speedway, where you can get the car to go straight. It's going to kind of do this the whole time, but it'll get you there. Yeah. All right, Puent, did you roll?
Yeah, that's a 23.
Fantastic. You have totally fixed it. It is working great, and you guys can continue sailing. Amazing.
Animal handling has never failed us.
All right, now
But that's 100% success rate for us.
I love it. As you guys are continuing sailing, eventually, as the sun is almost completely set on one part of the horizon, on the other part, you do start to see glistening, even silver, even now, as the light is going dim, that silver atoll. And you are coming up on it pretty fast. So well done, everyone. And I think it's a wonderful time for some confessions. Did it work?
Oh.
Hang
Are we
on.
there?
I'm sorry. I clicked it twice. Confession.
Oh, Agrax is going to be so mad. Puent's going to need to use a lot of that beer. And cool, I can poop webs.
Damn storm. Freaking Point sticking me like a shish kebab in the tail. But I guess the benefit, I didn't go over the side. It did give me a brew that healed me. That did sting. But either way, Point was still more helpful than that blasted Siegfried. What is she even doing? I still don't like her. I still don't trust her.
I felt bad for Argrax, but didn't want to see him going into the sea I know in clerical justice, but there's only so much I can do. Yeah, Battle Brood will fix it.
And on tonight's episode of Animal Handling and Forking Your Friends, we have a little bit of a commercial break here, folks. And I'm about as excited as a moop to bring you some of our sponsors. So first of all, we have, oh gosh, let me get there. Mab's Mobile Mercantile. A whirlwind of whimsical merch awaits you at Mab's Mobile Mercantile, where you can find stickers, magnets, mugs, and more with incredible and hilarious imagery made by our very own Mab Just Mab. Be sure to drop by the shop at mabsmobilemercantile.com. Also, Ren Adventures D&D New Orleans tour. Guys, it's official. Not only will Punt be going and Sally, and I'm missing some people, but also I will be there, and that's going to be very exciting. Pirate alleys, haunted hotels, mystic seances, and more await you on the Ren Adventures D&D tour of New Orleans, Louisiana. Come along for the spooky fun December 5th through the 9th. Visit renadventures.com for more details. I can advertise this a little bit. It's not quite up on Patreon just yet, but there is another episode of Mab Labs coming up. It's not this Thursday at 7. I did not update this, but I figured I would just let you guys know. And that is a great segue into the fact that we do have a Patreon. So Mab Labs is a Patreon exclusive. We have a lot of other Patreon exclusives like this game. That's right. If you would like to play along with us, and I do have a banner for this somewhere. Aha. If you would like to play along with us in future Grand Saints games, you can visit patreon.com/nat21adventures. It's certainly a great time to check out Patreon. Subscribers already have access to bonus content, contests with awesome prizes. And actually, that's really relevant for today because there is a chance that you will see one of our contest entries on tonight's show live. I will let you know kind of if and when that happens. And that person, who has not been announced yet because we're announcing it here, gets a magnet, a custom magnet done by Mab Labs. So that's pretty cool. There's discount codes for merchandise, exclusive AMAs on the 1st, which is in 2 days from now. There's an announcement of who's on our next AMA, and the excellent theme for this one. I'm excited for it. There's also the games. There's so much stuff going on, and we are updating it constantly. So go to patreon.com/nat21adventures to learn more. But before we finish our commercial break, the most important, we couldn't bring the nonsense every week without you guys. Yes, folks, it is thanks to your support and your viewership that we can bring you swashbuckling campaigns like this every day of the week, just about. So here's to each and every one of you, and also another tavern cat or a battle kitten. Huzzah! I feel like we have an entire army of battle cats at this point. Like, it's gotta be, we've got to like make some kind of merch for the battle cats or something. I don't know. All right, so in the meantime, I think there have been submissions. Oh, sorry. Let me get back here. All right. My computer's being slow. I apologize, guys. Do we have everyone in for our Moop prize drawing? Hey, Argrax, are you ready if we were to spin, or do you want me to go ahead and spin later?
Last chance to type Moop.
Last chance to type Moop. Oh, I love the kitty too.
And I'm clicking the button in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. Hey, look at that. Screaming Dragon, you have won our prize, and your prize is Guess what?
Marketing, tell him what he's won.
No, this is a really good one. So you are getting one of the D&D Tour exclusive dice bags. These are only being given out to members of our Scotland and England D&D Tour next week. However, there is one extra, and it is all yours. So you get this bonus merch that is like completely exclusive. What you're going to need to do, Screaming Dragon, is at some point make sure that you DM either myself or Mab Just Mab or Paolo Garbanzo or the Nat21 Instagram, Patreon, Facebook, anything, and make sure we have your information, your correct information, so that we can send along your prize. We mail it to you. Congratulations! Yeah, you won. That's so exciting. Awesome sauce. I don't know where you went in the chat, but I hope you're still here. Awesome. Cool. All right, friends. So back to the game. The party has made it to those shores of the Silver Atoll. That cluster of 3 islands is 3 set almost in a direct line. So you are coming up to that first one. They are pretty small, but they are very thick jungle. There's like a thick line of jungle greenery at the edge of the forest, the forest at the edge of the sand. So as you pull up on that sand, you kind of can't see anything past those trees. But as you start disembarking, you hear a rustling. It seems to be coming from the direction of the trees.
Shield up, move forward.
Okay.
How long has it been since the storm started?
I would say less than an hour. You managed to get there, get through everything, but it has not been a short rest or a long rest or anything. You've just been continuing onward. It's been about an hour. You've finally reached the shore. All right. If we're all
I'm ready for an ambush.
Okay. All right. So as you move forward, suddenly, without warning, even though you guessed what was going to happen to you, a band of 3 figures emerges from the greenery. They are all quite tall, dressed in elaborately woven togas made of coconut and bamboo fibers. They carry weapons in their hands and scowls on their faces, and most interestingly of all, each and every one is a minotaur. So they are just standing there, weapons drawn.
I grab my trident, plant it firmly into the ground to show that we are traveling adventurers, but not meaning them any harm. And say greetings.
I put my 2 little front paws up, kind of
Oh,
make a motion.
Yeah, you're still a spider. Amazing.
Still a spider.
Great. Oh, okay. Interesting.
That's why I needed to know how long it had been.
Going on.
Hey.
I'm gonna pop a battle brew,
Okay.
point a finger to them, drink, and try to, I don't know if they speak common or not, but I'm trying to be like, you drink?
So, upon doing so, there is that one minotaur kind of in the front of the triangle. He's shorter than the others, but he seems to be their clear leader. He's that one at the top right there. His horns are dyed with deep red paint, and he wears a crown of laurels, which strangely is made instead of palm leaves. And he raises his hand and lowers his spear, and he says, "Greetings. I will accept your drink, but please, if you will put down your weapons."
Put everything away that we can so it's properly stowed, nothing in hand.
Then I reach into my wonderful pouch and I pull out 3 battle brews to hand to them.
All right. The one who steps forward is that female one down at the bottom. By the way that she moves, she seems to be sort of that, like the lieutenant, maybe second in command kind of person. And She sort of tentatively takes it from you, all three. Sniffs it, takes a sip herself, realizes it's probably not poison, and hands it to her companions. As they are taking their sips, the clear leader sort of gestures like this. He says, welcome, welcome. Please, you have traveled far, yes?
Yes, we have been traveling many islands, hunting treasure.
Ah, is the treasure you looking for? You follow a map to your treasure, yes?
Yes, we have gotten a new map at every location. Our latest
Please,
map brings us here to this island.
please, may I see a map you have used? Please, and nobody knows how to find us. You have found us. Where is map? May I see?
I give Siegfried a look.
Yeah, Sigrid sort of steps forward and doesn't quite hand it over, but shows it, holds it out. The sort of lieutenant one kind of steps forward and looks at it, and she sort of gives a nod to their leader. And he gets this big smile on his face, but it's sort of an odd smile. I can't quite read it. And he says, please, you come with me. We speak to each other in the great hall. You come. And he sort of starts leading you back into the tree line. Do you follow?
Yes.
Okay.
Cautiously, but yes.
Okay. And now you have left your weapons on the sand or in the boat.
Or inside.
No, they're on me. They're just stowed so that they're not in a offensive manner.
Okay. There's coconut crabs, so I just wanted to check. They might see something shiny and try and grab it, you know? All right.
Ooh,
Awesome.
coconut crab jerky.
It might be really good. It's probably better than monkey jerky.
I don't know. Monkey jerky might have proven to be the best asset gained out of this campaign.
It very well might have been, although you have yet to use the Sammy Bird as a defense or as an offense. So I don't know. I'm waiting for that one. All right.
If you only knew. We've already discussed this.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Before you showed up.
I just do need to. I don't know why I haven't. Well, I do know she's too loud, but one day I'm just gonna start a game with her on my shoulder. I have to at this point. She's real. Sammy's real. She'll be so loud. Anyway, I actually had to leave her with a friend recently, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, she talks." I'm like, "Yes, it's like the Shrek line. It's getting her to shut up. That's the trick." Anyway, all right. As you pass through all of this, I'm going to pop these guys back up here again. As you pass through that line of thick vegetation, you realize that it does not go all the way back. It is just a line of thick vegetation, almost as if it was specifically created to be sort of like a barrier or a gate or a wall, so that outsiders wouldn't realize that there were people on the other side. As you pass through, you come upon what very well might be one of the strangest things you have ever seen. It looks like an elaborate city that you might find on the Isle of Sicil, but it's not. It's made out of bamboo and coconut fiber and palm fronds. It is like a Sicil city here in the southern Sourcelands. And there is a great hall sitting at the center, thatched roof, columns, but made out of bamboo. Very interesting sight. And as you're walking by, you see artisan stalls, people working as blacksmiths, children running and playing. Everyone looks to be clean and well fed and working in this very small but very elaborately made society. Also, as you are walking, the shorter but larger Minotaur introduces himself as Decius, And the others are Lieutenant Papria, who is the one who sort of approached you cautiously, and the third in command, who is Silnius. He's that big guy at the bottom there. Decius welcomes you into the hall and offers you these very low stone seats that you may sit upon, and he begins to pass around wineskins for all of you to drink from.
I take, thanking him, and also formally introduce myself, marveling at the beauty of this place and remarking how it looks strikingly similar to another island I've been to on Cecil. Because we have all been to Cecil.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Decius nods and he says, yes, he's from my homeland of my ancestors, yes. He's from where my father once came many, many years ago. But he was taken from that beautiful place and he never got to see it ever again.
That's how, yes, the island had recently returned from where it was hidden for so many years.
See?
The island is back. Your ancestors
Oh!
are back in the world, this plane again.
Very interesting. We were a small group, as my father once said, small group of us living in another part of the world. Temporarily, we had walked to this place many, many moons, and we were there, and we were taken. But we wanted to go back home, but they did not take us home. They put my father and his people, his small group, into shackles and put them in the boat. And it was not until years later they were set free. And we come here to this place. It was given to us to live on our own.
I'm sorry that happened to you, but know this, your people are doing well and flourishing on Cecil. They have a new king of the Minotaurs. Barnabas is his name.
Ah, we have a king of another place, a cousin of ours here. These people, all of my family. You see, I was the 10th child born of the group to my father, who was leader of the group. So I do not remember being shackled, but it was many years ago. These people here, we are small, but we worship our old gods, for they are the ones who freed us.
Well, I'm glad your people are doing well right now here.
Thank you. Why you've come seeking treasure? Where did you find this map?
Maybe give him the recap of what's happened since the beginning, meeting Sigrid.
All right. So you've brought up the 50-year mystery of Jarl and all that stuff, or did you leave that part out?
We just the overall cliff notes.
Okay.
Keeping certain things hidden just because we don't, enough to tell the story for him to understand what we're doing.
Sure. And you also notice just a little moment that Papria is not drinking. She's very much looking at you like, you might act up. I don't know. She's definitely got her hand sort of ready to grab something just in case.
Because the one guy, when he saw the map, had that smile smirk as if there was some sort of familiarity or knowing. So let's not show our entire hand.
True. So that was Decius, who seems to be the leader. And he sort of looks over at Sigrid, who you pointed out as the original, the starting point, the launching pad for this entire adventure. And he says, this one here, she has a map and a journal of information. Where'd she get this?
Said it was passed on from our family, right?
Is her what is her family name?
We look at her for her to answer.
Yeah. She sort of looks.
I give her I give her the look.
Yeah, like you better. Yeah. She sort of looks uncomfortable and is like,
I start placing hands very gently in a way she remembers, because she has met the hammer before.
yeah, for sure. She sort of tentatively says, it's Halfson. My last name's Halfson. And you do see Decius sort of go, Halfson. That's where you get the map, huh? My people love Halfson. Yes, he personally broke the chains of my mother. Do you have any other questions for these guys before he begins monologuing again? It's a very long-winded Minotaur.
Not that I can think of offhand.
There's just a giant spider there nursing on a
Just
pine skin.
You do see, so this isn't, it's not quite open air, but if you can picture sort of, I don't know, something that might be in Cecil. It is open in the front, so people can see in, and they're very curious. You do see people peeking in, and right down the street, this is going to show my geekery, just down the street, in perfect eye view of what's going on here, there is a weaver at her loom. She's looking at the spider, and she's like, you know what, I'm done for the day, actually. I'm going to go.
I picked up noticing everyone's glances to Trailer.
Web, we can sell
Don't
your
mind my
web.
companion. Is Druid. He's animal transformed now.
No, I don't. No, thank you.
I'm just thinking she could make.
Don't worry. He will be
out of the
normal soon.
Thank you for knowing my references. Fantastic. So, Decius is going to continue monologuing just a little bit. Since you mentioned Halfson, he is launching into story after story that his father had once told him, all about the wonderful Ivar Halfson. He was the greatest man alive. Many say it was the Jarl who was greatest man alive, but it was Halfson. Ivar Halfson, he was the most loyal man in the world. We all strive to be like Ivar Halfson, the way that he was loyal to his master, his king. We all want to be like him one day. Yes, I think it is wonderful. And you have come to take treasure that he left for you. How marvelous is this? I support you, and I want to help you. I believe there is treasure on a separate island. It's faster to sail to the third spot than walk. But when we are done here, we can all go together, huh? Hey, you say you have the map. May I see? May I see the map? You can hand to me now, yes?
I give her the look again.
Yeah. Begrudgingly, she does hand over the map to Decius, and he takes a look and he's like, yes, I see. I show you where the treasure is. We get in the boat, we sail, we find, and then I come with you, because maybe burying treasure is my father's book. I would love to see it again.
Okay.
What does this book look like?
I saw it as a child. It is leather bound. It should have his name on it, and it has diagrams of all of the ships that he built. And the most important, it has his recipe for the weapon inside the book. It is the one thing we have not been able to recreate from our home.
What kind of weapon?
His father called it the dragon fire. It breathed fire out of the mouth of the ship shaped like a dragon.
We haven't come across that, Adam, yet, right? I know we found some scrolls and books type stuffs.
Okay, out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have. You read the book because of your pact.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, that sounds about right.
Sounds
But that was
familiar.
also like
We
on
have
first
the
island.
book, but I will just say not happy with how some of the things you read sounded. Now that they're talking about Dragonfire, no, not really happy at all.
Okay. Fair point. Fair enough. All right. So clearly, the couple of things that you have gained from these people is that they were obviously, or at least their families were taken as some sort of onto some sort of slaver ship or some indentured servitude. You're not quite sure. They were released. Apparently, Ivar Halfson personally broke some of their chains. They were given this island by somebody to become their sort of new refuge homeland. And they sort of built this lovely city. The only thing that they were missing was that secret of Dragonfire that apparently once existed. Another point to mention is that they do know where a treasure has been, and I assume they haven't quite dug it up yet. So that's, if they know where it is, they haven't dug it up, they never took it, or maybe they don't, I don't know. They did build this city on rock and roll, because the city is made of silver rock, and the waves do roll.
Built this city on rock and roll.
Any other information that you would like to get out of these guys? Anything else you'd like to ask them? Anything else you would want to know?
Knowing what I know,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, well,
Yes.
we'll gladly take a guide, and mayhaps we can find this book might be in this next location. Knowing full well that if we don't find it, he'll assume that it's going to be maybe in another place or the next spot or some other else, not knowing that it has already been identified.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's never found. Well, then it's still out there somewhere.
Okay.
And we can take the time to take advantage of his hospitality, learn stories, maybe find out more stuff about this book that can help provide more context for me.
Okay.
Because he does seem to enjoy telling stories and going on about things. So
sure.
It shouldn't be too hard to build a rapport and have conversation and learn.
Okay. All right.
One of the things now that he started talking, and I'm starting to worry about things because of like Dragonfire and attitudes, sort of like somebody that we left behind. I'm looking around to see if I can see anybody else that may be wearing a symbol like the sheriff was.
Okay. You do not see anything like that. At least on the people that you can see, the people you've walked past, they're all definitely wearing a sort of modified, very rough-hewn version of a toga for the most part. No tabards really on anybody, let alone ones with the fang symbol on them.
Oh, I'm talking about any kind of silver jewelry.
There's not a lot of, being the Silver Atoll is sort of a reference to the rock formation that the jungle is on. These people are not wearing anything, and if they are, it is very, very old gold that came from somewhere else. You don't really see any flashes of silver on anybody that you can tell, other than the clear metalworks like weapons and forks and plates and stuff like that. Sewing needles. That's about it. That you can see from your vantage point. I'll clarify it that way. I'm not being cryptic. I'm just being clear. I'm going to put that on a t-shirt. Okay. All right. So, as you finished your wineskins, Decius rises, and I just had her name. Papria. It was not our precipice. Papria and her second in command go to rise with him, and he sort of, no. These are friends. I go with them on the boat. I will return soon. I go on adventure alone, like my father did when he board Jarl Hawk ship. Huh? Yes, I go. Bring me a bag with my clothings. And you put some food, put some good food. No, get the good cheese. You don't want to know where the cheese came from, but the good cheese. Okay. They sort of scurry around. They are getting all of your stuff together. By this point, you have sort of spent the better half of the night with him, but he is determined to get you on that ship. You're really only popping around to that third island to start. Probably okay to sail at night. The sky is clear now. So after gathering all of his things, he puts them into a bag, slings it over his shoulder, sort of waves to the people, kisses a few babies on his way out, and alone, he takes the three of you and Sigrid back the way that you came. Anything else you would like to do while in the city, look at in the city, on your way out, questions you'd like to ask while you're still around the Minotaurs?
So, somewhere about the point that we're breaking out for the evening, I will revert back to druid form, because it's as long as I can hold it.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah. I kind of give them a nod, recognizing a familiar cow folk.
As you transform back into a person, that weaver that just came back out of the bar sees you and goes right back in the bar. Never to weave at a loom ever again as long as she lives. All right. So, what order are you walking in? I asked cryptically. Or just clarifyingly, you don't know.
Short little, spiky short, always in the front.
Sure. Cool.
I'm usually in the middle.
Okay. Argrax is taking up the rear.
Yeah, it's about the only spot left.
All right. So, Decius is leading you as you're walking. So you are all three of you behind him. And as you're talking, of course, he is running his mouth as he always is. And he is asking Sigrid a multitude of questions about Ivar Halfson, now realizing that she is his granddaughter. And she really can't answer any of them. She's like, I don't know. I don't think I ever met him. I don't know. We've heard a lot about him. Not all of it good. Sort of trying to steer the conversation away. However, that thick line of trees sort of blocks all vision from the ocean into the city and from the city back out to the shore. Is coming up on you close. And Sigrid, as she's talking, sort of backing away, animatedly trying to say, I don't know him. I don't know anything about him. Being loud, steps through the trees, and you hear a scream.
I don't
Shillelagh.
like it. But place justice, and I'm just charging.
Charging out. Traylon, you said you grabbed a shillelagh and you're charging out. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, I cast Shillelagh on my staff.
Amazing. Argrax, are you? I picture Argrax just strolling like, she'll be fine. No?
I grab my wand just
All right.
in case, but yeah, I don't.
All right. As you charge through that line of trees,
Let's be honest, Point's not doing it because of her. Point's just doing it for the fight.
Sure.
He is a war cleric.
Yeah,
That is an important clarification. Not for her, but for the glory.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The most non-Viking Viking.
Okay. All right. And of course, Decius is like, kind of like, whoa, okay, and sort of charges through as well. As you emerge on the other side of the trees, you see that once there was one dinky sort of falling apart boat that just weathered a storm. Now there are 3 boats. One lined up on either side of it. One smaller, one larger, but more concerningly, there are now a number of other people on the shore, one of which is very familiar to you and is holding Sigrid completely hostage, knife to her throat, and backing away as he does so. It seems as though Sheriff Toki has finally caught up to you, disloyal bunch, and the thief that he had been tracking this entire
Hold person.
time. What?
Hold person.
Oh, you cast hold person.
Yes,
Cast hold person on him specifically. Okay. All right. So you're gonna hold person him on his monologue. Well, all right, that is fine.
It's a wisdom save of 13.
Okay, and that is all right. That works. As you do that, he's like, "Hold! Excuse me. You're not even going to ask what I'm doing here. I have a bargain for you. It could work in your favor. We can try this again."
Oh, he resisted that roll?
Just hold person. You can still talk while you're hold person, correct? You just can't move.
Oh, I don't know.
They are paralyzed. I just pulled up
fully
They are
paralyzed.
fully paralyzed.
Okay. For how long? Remind me, because
At the end of each of their turn in the rotation of
Okay.
initiative, they get a chance to save against that wisdom save again.
Okay, awesome. I was just gonna let him get in a word edgewise, and then we were gonna roll for initiative. But let's do it. Darn it, he was gonna get a word in edgewise. All right, everybody, roll for initiative for me, please. Since apparently this is fully happening. Let's go.
I think everybody's going before me.
I don't know.
I got a 3.
Also a 3.
Oh my gosh.
Now, was yours natural, or would you at least get a bonus?
I do get a +2 to that. No.
Oh, wow.
Hold on. What is my stat? Yeah, I do get a +2 to that. Yeah. So yes, I rolled a 1.
I'd rather you roll the 1
you
now.
spoke too soon. All right, so hang on. Let me just get this in here. Point, and then Traylon, and 6, and then Argrax is last. All right.
I have a 6.
Oh, you have okay. I'm so sorry. I thought who said 1?
Well, my dice was a 1.
Traylon rolled a
initiative
1,
3.
but he had +2 to make a 3 for his initiative roll.
I see. All right, give me 1 second. I'll fix this here. All right. 5, 6, and then 7. Awesome. All right. So weirdly, Sheriff Toki rolled the highest, but he's not able to do much. So that dashingly handsome one at the top right, his name is that's Svensson over there, and he is going to step in front of Sheriff Toki and currently Sigrid, and he is going to take this time to draw his sword that he's got there, which is pretty much his whole turn. The person who is going next is the big scary guy on the bottom left, and he is sort of already. I mean, their swords are already drawn on the photos, but they're going to have to pull them. He's also going to draw his sword and step forward, and he is going to yell at you, Puent. What are you doing? He just wanted to talk to you, is all. Yeah, he's going to get that line in. And the next person is going to be, let's go in alphabetical order. Puent, you guys both rolled a 3. Gwendolyn, you go next. Oh, I'm sorry, Argrax. Argrax and then
before
Gwent.
3. Your
I'm
math
sorry.
is off.
Argrax, I know. I'm sorry. I had to change it. Now I can't read my notes. Argrax, go ahead. Let me get this off of here.
What are you lot doing here? I brandish my wand.
The woman steps forward. She's very scary. She's very big. She goes, we are coming to collect our prisoner is all. We should be arresting you, but we'd rather just talk.
Talk fast. I have action yet.
Well, I don't want to talk. You made him stop talking. It's not my place to talk.
It's your place now.
Fine. She sort of crosses her arms indignantly. This, right here, is our prisoner. She's got things that don't belong to her. And the sheriff is taking her away. Now, instead of punishing you for betraying him, leaving him to die in a monkey poo infested islands, it's terrible. He is willing to let you go on your merry way if you give him the girl and all of those fancy treasure maps that led you so far. You don't need him anymore. You got what you wanted. You can keep all the treasure.
Your sheriff is of this island? Or somewhere else? What jurisdiction does he have here? This island belongs to the Minotaurs. And I point over to our friend.
Yeah, Desi is sort of looking like, big dinner plate eyes. Because I didn't get a chance to mention my mistake. Not only is Sheriff Toki wearing his, fancy tabard with that gray fang on it. They're all wearing an emblem of that fang. The woman is sort of still indignant. She's, are you in the source lens or are you not?
We don't know. This island has not been found by anyone for a long time.
Yeah, it was about 50 years ago. It belongs to the source lens. In fact, it once belonged to the Jarl himself. And he passed it along to someone else.
Right.
And that someone was the Fang.
No, not from what we were told. We were told that it was.
What was the Minotaur's reaction to seeing the emblem?
Terrified. Well, more like mortified that that emblem is on his island. He's not quite scared of them, but more just like, I can't even believe the audacity or the, I never thought I would see that again, sort of. I mean, we can, yeah.
I'm just thinking it's time to defang the fang.
Yep.
Okay. Argrax, it was currently your turn if you wanted to do like an action, although I'm very glad for this conversation. Because
because there is stuff that still needs to be learned and figured out for sure. I'm going to hold action upon any attack being directed toward any of my team.
Okay. All right.
I'm still concentrating, but I'm hoping that Decius will say something to try to clear things up because it's not looking too good in either direction.
We're sort of drawing the line in the sand literally here, huh? So Decius is still sort of stunned, and for being sort of a blowhard, I don't want to say blowhard. He's very braggadocious and very boisterous. He's like the ghost of Christmas present. Like, he's just very big and loud and talks a lot, and seeing him silent like this is actually very concerning. And he is growing angrier and angrier with every word that's being spoken, with the fact that, first of all, that they grabbed his new buddy, who he just found out is the descendant of one of his favorite humans, and now is currently has a knife to her throat, which is great. And he sort of, in a quiet anger, responds, "He had no power here." My boy can't talk still, apparently. I did not know old person paralyzed. And he wasn't able to roll against it, so, or didn't have the wisdom against it. So yeah. Cool.
Well, like I said, at the end of his turn,
That's
he gets
fine.
to roll.
You can go throw an axe at it. I don't really mind. I'm just saying, like,
He's just standing there like, oh, can.
Yeah, I mean, technically, Quint and Traylon, you have the ability at this point to do whatever. Traylon, it's technically your turn. If you want to do something, if you don't.
So I'm gonna just kind of reach out my arms like this, and as I bring them back, I am suddenly petting a pair of fey lions. And I'm going to whisper to them that if anything attacks my friends, you get to have lunch.
Amazing. This is all sorts of thematic here. I was not anticipating all of this. All right, cool.
I got new spells at level 6. I'm playing with them.
So good. All right. All right. It is Hilda's turn next. She's just still trying to be like, I don't want to fight you. He doesn't want to fight you. You don't want to fight me. I don't want to see the business end of those lions. So all I'm going to say is, you let us take her. Because in fact, all of the source lens does belong to the Fang. So you can take that up with whoever, but that's the way it is. And
Seems like we're taking it up with you right now.
All right, you can take it up with my boss. Which, ironically, it's back to his turn again, and it's been one round, and he sort of shakes off that hold person. It's like,
oh, Kern.
He rolled a save, huh?
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Let's see. Let's take 6 off of his save.
11.
I'm using my woe.
Does 11 work? That's 6 off of it. Where's
6
all
off
of my? All right, where's everybody with your advantages and your no? You're not going to my talk at all. You don't have to. I mean, it's fine. And just there's the lasso.
Guess what? This is our game now.
Ever since you guys decided to use animal handling to fork your friends, I've been broken ever since.
We're the player masters here. We're dictating how this story goes for you.
This episode, yeah. It's advantage for. Thank you very much. Now that's the battle roll. Is that what I'm defending against right now from the hold person, or is that for when you want me to throw something at somebody? I'm not quite sure. But yes, I had rolled an 11. Would that have worked? I rolled a 17 minus 6.
Nope.
Nope.
It has to be the 13.
All right. I'm going to save that advantage because I'm not quite sure if you meant that for this specific thing. Blondie, feel free to clarify. But we are back. What was... Oh, okay. All right, Blondie. So let me... 17 minus 6. No! Oh, same thing again. All right. I rolled the same thing twice. Darn it. Okay. All right. Thank you anyway. We tried. Okay. All right. So Svensson is next in the, lineup here, and he steps in because clearly Hilda is like, I'm not telling you anything. He says, I understand where you're coming from. Let me say this. This woman robbed from several good, hard-working people, and we are just going to bring her back to the city from whence she came, her home. and bring her in front of the courts. That's all. Surely she's not from here, and we can take her back.
She can see the courts after she finishes the quest she hired us for. Not before.
Do you really need this woman for your quest? How
You
has she
wouldn't have
helped
said
you
it.
at all on your quest, truly?
These Minotaur like her. It's good enough for me.
Argrax, you look like you're going to say something.
I'm fighting the urge to reply to any sort of that because while I don't like her, I don't trust her, she's been useless most of the time. Strap herself to a pole like some couple of idiot pirates when they flip the ship upside down for the green flash. I'm not going to disclose that and be like, apparently so. She has the familiar knowledge of her lineage for the quest that we're on.
All right.
I'm gonna leave it at
It
that.
is... All right. It is Olaf's turn, and he's sort of going back and forth, sort of looking at all of you like, this is ridiculous. He clearly wants to fight. He's got his sword out. He is ready to rock and roll. So he sort of takes a step forward, sort of menacingly, sword drawn. He does get closer to you. Not in a way that he's visibly attacking you, just that he is sort of wanting this conversation to end. He was brought here for a job. Clearly that job was to abduct the prisoner back, and it's not happening, and he's got places to be. So he's sort of menacing you in that direction. Argrax, you are next in that role.
Perfect. Because I am going to. Where is it? I'm going to use Fey Presence on the four of them.
Okay.
They need to make a DC 15 save each.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so both Olaf and Toki made the roll, and Svensson and Hilda did not.
All right, Olaf is the one who's itching to fight right now, right?
Correct.
Okay, good. Until the end of my next turn. Oh crap! Oh, he made. You said he made his roll, right?
Olaf and Toki made the sheriff made their rolls. Svensson and Hilda did not.
Okay. I was hoping he would fail, but that's all right. Those who fail the roll are charmed until the end of my next turn.
Mm-hmm.
That way, that'll kind of create some division between the four of them, with being charmed and those that are itching to fight. And I will turn to Traylon, toss him a piece of jerky, do the thing.
Do the thing.
Oh
Yes.
no, it's the thing. Oh no, it's
We
the thing.
discussed.
Oh,
As he's getting ready to do the thing, the whole slamming the Warhammer down is went literally shield up, slamming the Warhammer into the sand as he kneels, prays to Jossus, and gets ready to charge. Olaf took a step forward.
Yeah.
That's an attack.
Yeah, he did. All right.
It's time.
were you talking about the thing we talked about earlier?
Yes. Do the thing.
Oh,
Do
no.
the thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I also summon a hawk familiar. And I say, go get Sammy.
And we send a piece of jerky that way Sammy knows.
I hand it to the hawk.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
That's okay.
Oh
Just
my
keep
gosh.
an eye out on Patreon for what my magic item is.
Oh my gosh. All right. So hang on.
And yes, it is Sammy related.
Do I need to pull up the parrot stats? Do I need to take a moment and find them? Because is this gonna be relevant? Oh my gosh.
We just summoned Sammy and friends.
Yeah, like a swarm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. So
Weren't
in the
expecting that, were
meantime,
you?
this is amazing. In the meantime, I think it is it is Quint's turn. Oh, you did the slamming and the banging and
I
Yeah,
mean, that was technically movement. That was an action. How close is he to me?
he's less than 30 feet. You want to go for it?
Oh yeah, I'm full
Yeah.
on attack.
All right.
You took that step forward. You said you were aggressive. It's over.
All right.
Justice doesn't play that way.
And I whisper to the lions, get them.
Oh no.
By the way, the lions go on 16.
Oh my
21.
gosh. This has turned into like the Noah's Ark episode. There's just
Now-
animals everywhere. You're on
Now-
a boat.
Luckily for him, because I went into this with a shield, it's not two-handed, so he doesn't get time warped.
This is-
Remember, two of them are charmed, so they're not a threat immediately. Until the end of my next turn. Let me mark that off as used.
All right, so I was reacting. I did not hear Point. I'm so sorry. You're going for Olaf, correct?
So, yes.
Big scary guy.
And Olaf is lucky because even though I critted, it's one-handed,
Okay.
and the time stop is only if I'm swinging two-handed.
Okay.
So he's just taking double damage. He's not stopped.
Okay.
And
that was-
yeah, he's not going to like me.
No.
That's 24 points of damage.
Ooh, yeah. He's not down, but he's not doing great. Cool. That's cool. Hang on 1 second.
Oh, and anybody within 20 feet of me on my side of the battle
Mhm.
now has a +1 to attack and damage because of blood in the water.
Okay. That's awesome. All right. Traylon, technically it's your turn to do some kind of action. And boy, you have lions and you said get them. So you can
Yeah.
clarify what that means on a more particular.
Well, they go on 16. They have their own initiative.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh
his
my gosh.
action would have been his summoning of the bird.
My
to send it
action
off.
was the summoning of the hawk.
And he told the lions to go. So since they're at the bottom of the initiative order, the lions will be next.
They're after Hilda. That's amazing. Oh my
Yep.
god. Do they have names or can I call them like Simba and Nala? Like do they have
They're fey creatures, so I'm sure they have names.
All right, I'm going with Simba and Mufasa. And they're going to go in that order because this episode's already weird enough. Let's make it weirder. All right, so Hilda is like, I recall, though, however, that she had her arms crossed and didn't draw a weapon yet, so she's going to do that. That was not smart. And she's already also going to take a step forward. So now Sheriff Toki and Sigrid are very much in sort of that little curve that they've made. They've sort of formed a wall around her. And now we've got Simba and Mufasa. Oh, Kieran Koval. Oh, it's too late. I wrote it down. No, it's so good though. Thank you for that. That made my night. Okay, go ahead.
That's my girlfriend there.
Oh my gosh, I adore her already. I don't know her, but that comment makes me certain that I like her very much.
Well, they get a little running start and they get a running leap. One of them's going for the girl and one of them for whoever is the one not that went attacked. Svensson. Okay. So they the first one runs forward. I guess we'll go with Simba since you called him first. And takes a 25-foot leap and a claw attack, which is a 21 dirty.
Oh my gosh.
So that's not only gonna need to only did 4 damage, but you need to give me a strength saving throw, DC 13, or be knocked prone.
Okay, Hilda is on the ground, and Svensson is still upright.
Okay, I got to do a separate attack for Sven.
Okay.
I haven't hit Sven yet.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That was just the first line. Yeah, they got to go individually. That is also a dirty 21 to hit. This one did a little bit more damage, 11 damage.
So that's 11 plus 2,
it's just 11.
Right?
Yeah, well, 4 to her and 11 to him.
I see what you're saying. All right, cool. And then now poor Sven has to get mauled. All right.
Yeah. That's all the lions get to do. Which should be enough.
Okay. All right. After the lions is the sheriff, who can roll again and try. Is it still -6?
I would have to do it again, which I could.
That's completely up to you.
Yep, I can do that.
I'm trying to beat how much again?
What was it, 13?
You have to roll above
13.
13.
Yep.
So either I like crit or nothing.
Pretty close.
I was so expecting a crit right there. I'm so excited. I thought it was gonna happen. No, that is a 14, so that does not work. 14 minus 6. So. Oh my gosh, dude. All right.
I only get to do that one more time.
Like I said, this is our story.
Dude. All right.
It's almost the other way around. This time you're here for the ride.
I'm just shocked that you guys are defending. I'm not mad about it. You guys are defending her. That's pretty cool. I don't know what I anticipated, but yeah. All right. We are on Svensson, who just faced a tiger, so that's fun. So he has his sword out. Traylon, I'm going to assume you guys were all within combat distance at this point, having everyone step forward. So since you are the one, actually, how close is the lion?
Well, the lion would be on him.
Literally on him at the moment. That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
So
I stayed back. I'm still 30 foot back.
Okay. So he is going to. Is that like a grapple? Would that be how to get rid of the lion?
He did not get knocked down, right?
Correct. So
yeah.
he's,
So
okay.
he's just standing next to a very aggressive cat.
He is going to try to hit the cat with his sword. So that is going to be okay. So that's an 11. So
that is a miss. The lion
Right.
has an armor class of 12.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I mean, it's amazing for the lion because I personally do not want to attack the lion. I do have a clarifying question. How long in your plan were you anticipating it take for the birds to arrive? Because it has been, what, 2 rounds now?
Mm-hmm.
Auto success. Blonde, do you want me to hit the kitty? We just established battle cats. We're already over time. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I hit the kitty. I'm so
You hit the
sorry.
Okay,
I hit the
you,
kitty,
you hit Miss Fossa for how much?
and that is going to be.
I mean,
You
I
mean
was
you're
going to give her
about to
the
die
better
again.
option and let Togi succeed.
It's going to be 4.
4
kitty.
to the line. Okay, it barely noticed.
Okay, I figured. It's not. I'm
Okay,
rolling low
wouldn't you
on-
hate to kill Mufasa again?
Again. All right. So then. All right. So Svensson Olaf is currently charmed. Still correct, or is that worn off?
Somebody
You know-
charmed Olaf?
Yes,
Wasn't
until the end of my
Olaf?
next turn.
Okay.
No, it wasn't Olaf. Olaf saved.
Yeah, Olaf saved.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It was, yep. I'm making the wrong notes today, aren't I? That's why you write your
Otherwise,
full
I
word.
would have attacked him.
Yeah. No, I gotcha. Okay. So what he's going to do is he is close enough to Puent, I'm assuming, because you just went for him.
I mean, I just critted on him. Yeah, I'm right there with him.
So he is also going to take a nice big swipe at you with his sword. And that is going to be an 18.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
My AC is a 20.
Okay. Oh, nice. All right. Next up is Urgrex. And my apologies, guys, that we're going over time here. This is like...
This is good. We're good.
Oh yeah. Let's see. We just need to buy a little bit of time for reinforcements.
So at this point, I'm just going to let them swoop in when I think it's funny. So
All
I
right.
don't quite know. What is the flight speed of an African swallow? I do ask you.
Yes. All right. What was I looking at? I was looking at trying to find the right. Okay. Who has taken damage so far already?
Okay, I've got Olaf, Hilda.
Okay. Yeah,
Then-
Olaf's taken damage.
Yes, he has.
The
All
only
right,
one who
good.
hasn't is the sheriff.
Yeah, because he's being blocked by a human shield and can't do anything, except you can see in his eyes that he is just yelling things at you with his brain.
I'm okay with that right now because we got this handled. I'm going to point at Olaf and toll the dead.
Okay.
Target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. It was 2.
Yeah, that's far from a 15.
No.
And let's see. Since he has already taken damage, he will be taking 2d12 instead of d8s. And apparently that's just a 3.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say there might not be no Olaf no more.
But it is necrotic.
Oh, fun. That's painful and awful. All right. Went.
Oh, hello, Mr. Olaf.
You guys are trying to get Olaf. Poor Olaf. He just likes warm hugs, guys.
Oh yeah, that's just what he wants. A hug from Puent with his spiky battle armor.
Yeah, exactly. So unless a dirty 21 doesn't hit,
Oh my god.
he is taking 10 points of damage.
And Olaf is bleeding out on the ground into the sand. The silver and gray tabard with the fang on it is just getting completely soaked as he screams in pain and passes into the great unknown. Yeah. Boom. Well,
One down.
one
And
down.
as the bonus action, as I turn to see who I'm stepping towards next, the shield gets slung. The battle hammer, the warhammer now gets put into the two-handed batter's grip.
Okay. Traylon.
All right. The guy who struck the cat
Yes.
is going to get hit with a guiding bolt. I'm assuming a 22 hits.
Yup.
Ouch. What level?
For 13 radiant damage.
Ouch.
And he now grants advantage because he's all glowing stuff.
Okay. All right. I'll put Hilda next. Hilda. I have a question about
42.
hold person. What strength would someone need to pull something or someone away? Like if their arms are locked around a human, if Hilda wanted to try and be the one to turn and grab Sigrid, would she need to do some sort of strength check to do so?
It would be a grapple check against his locked-in strength.
Okay.
Now she's on the ground, right?
Oh, that's right. She hasn't gotten up yet. Okay, she's gonna use her turn to stand up and
Stand up next to a lion.
or grapple the lion to get up. I completely see this is why you have to write out full words on your notes and not just P for prone. Okay, so she's not going to do that. Never mind. So that's a grapple check, correct?
Well, she's just prone. She's not grappled by the lion. She's just prone, but she's going to get up. And if she tries to move away from that lion, it's going to be a bad day for her.
Fair point. And she has her sword drawn on the ground. She is, I suppose, going to take a slash at the lion next to her. So she's ready to fight. This is ready to go. She wants to be over. She's lost her buddy. That is a 15.
That will hit.
All right.
She
It's
hits
gonna
Simba.
be no, not Simba. A 2. That's it. She got a little sword.
Simba growls.
Okay. Yeah. I know. Where's Elsa? It's really hard to write like Norwegian type characters or like Finnish or whatever and not use the names from Frozen because those are the majority Scandinavian names. Okay. Simba's turn now that he's just growled and gotten slashed.
Simba is gonna bite her.
As he should.
And that's a 17 to hit.
Oh yeah. Yep. She gets bited.
She got bited for 5.
Okay.
6 technically. Thank you, Puent. I'm assuming the lion's within 20 feet of you.
I'm pretty sure with the way this is going, yeah.
You're all enough. Yeah. All right, cool. And then Mufasa is last.
Mufasa is last, and he's going to do the same thing. He's going to go ahead and try and take a bite out of the guy who stuck him with a sword.
Okay.
And that is a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that also hits him.
Oh, that worked. Okay. Thought he might have been a little tougher. Mufasa seems to be the king of the lions. That's 10 damage.
Okay. Yeah. No. So that got him. These guys are not. Olaf was pretty tough, but you got him. Like these guys are not that tough. They're cell swords. They're not really. No. Sven once had a face about 10 seconds ago, and now doesn't have one. It's just gone, and he hits the ground. That's it. He just doesn't have a face anymore. He was so pretty too. It's very sad. All right, we are back to the sheriff. So if anyone who likes chaos would like to, I don't know, throw in like a way for me to get out of here, it would be nice. You don't have to. And hang on. Let's just see how this goes. Hang on. Because I want this to go well. I want to see what this next bit is. So are you doing this one more time?
I'll burn it one more time. Yep.
Okay.
That's my final one. I do have to roll a d6. I've been lucky so far that it's been 6. This time it's only a -1.
It's just -1?
Just -1 this time.
Is a 19, friends. -1 is an 18. So, advantage to Sammy Bird whenever the... All right, I'm going to make this cinematic because we don't have a lot of time. As the sheriff shouts, "Curse you! Curse the Minotaurs! Curse Jarl Hawk! And long live the Brotherhood!" is going to just start to dash with Sigrid over his shoulder to the small ship. The birds swoop in and start to peck and peck and peck. Most of them, in a gloriously ironic moment, are going to come down on Hilda, because she is the one with the sword out still, kind of covered in lion blood and her blood and whatever. So they're really going to focus in on her, apparently, if they were battle birds with Sammy at the lead. And of course, Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds plays out in front of you in full. Please tell me. Please tell me what these birds are doing in their attack, if you would, or if you are leaving that up to me, I can find where the parrot stats are from before.
Shout out Sammy Bird. Such a good bird. Save my friend. And I almost choked, but I held it back, as I said, just for effect. So that way,
all right.
the birds will split up, going after the remaining person and chasing after the sheriff to get the.
Okay. So just to finish that, because we are 15 over, this is glorious and amazing and cinematic and not at all how I thought this was going to go. Amazing and perfect. As the birds start to peck at Hilda, the majority of the birds have centered in on her, being covered in blood and being the one battling. As she tries to swat them away, get them away, they are plucking out eyeballs. They are pulling at jugular veins. They are pecking and plucking and grabbing, and she is just a mess, covered in birds, almost completely swarmed. You can't even see her under the pile of birds as her cries fade into the distance. Meanwhile, the smaller group with Sammy are swooping and pecking and plucking at the captain, who has to choose between swatting them away and not taking the damage, and actively defending himself. And so in his mad dash back to that one smaller boat, he throws his hands over his head and lets Sigrid go. So
At the moment that he also drops Sigrid, I'm casting Eldritch Blast into his back.
Okay.
2 beams.
Okay.
The first one is a 26.
Okay.
The second beam is a 17. And that is going to be 5 plus 7 damage.
Okay.
Of force.
Okay. So the 17, I'm sorry, I had to double check that. The 17 does not hit. The 26 does.
Okay, so then it's just 7 points of damage.
How close is Togi to me?
What was that?
How close is Togi to me?
Oh, he took off running. He is almost to the boat. So
Which is how
very
many feet?
far. Probably 100 at this point. So I'm sorry, there's 7. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna guiding bolt his rear end,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do it at a high level.
Okay.
I'm casting it at 3rd.
Okay.
Nice. It's 66.
Sweet. All right. So that's that's a lot.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
That is guiding bolt at 3rd level is 66 points of damage.
Ouch.
Doubled.
It's not quite full because full would be 72, but it is 68 points of damage. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So is it 68 doubled or 66?
No, it's 68 total.
68 total. Okay.
I rolled 34 and times 2 is 68.
Okay. Well, that's a lot, but guess what? There's something up with this guy because he's still on his feet. He clambers into the boat, casts off from shore, and as a very light, very swift boat, of course, with a sail that has the fang on it, he very quickly maneuvers himself into the distance on his own, leaving Sigrid to run back in your direction amidst the flurry of amazingly talented and beautiful sandy birds. Well done, though. Now, seeing as you have no more enemies on shore, at least, you are at an impasse. You can take off after the sheriff. You can continue onward to find the treasure. Do a little of both. Leave him behind for another day. It is completely up to you.
What's the rough condition of the sheriff?
Oh, he ain't doing great. But there's something off about him. He still managed to get in that boat. And I mathed. He's still upright.
Oh, I'm so torn because I have Dimension Door. I can teleport upwards of 500 feet, and I can bring a friend, a one willing person along as well. Yeah. Someone that has a big, heavy hammer. And then we can always easily Dimension Door back to shore.
How far does Dimension Door reach, or is it just something you can see? I forget how that
Range
works.
area 500 feet.
He's in a really quick ship.
I mean, it'd be really quick to get out of 500 feet on oceans.
Sure. If he was just some guy, sure.
Yeah, but that's the other thing.
He could be. Well, not just some guy, because just some guy is one of our viewers. But, I mean, just some guy. You know what I mean?
He's not from Tennessee.
No, right.
But I think you've got him set up as BBEG.
I don't. Well, maybe. You could try it. However, there are a lot of moving parts here. I'm not telling you not to. You could very easily have just killed him. You know. Oh, do it.
Yeah,
Or.
All right, I'm going to play the chaotic neutral guy.
Yeah. I so want to do it, but
1 to 10 says we
what
do
happens if we
11 to
go
20
and then we
says
get
we
ourselves stuck?
How's that sound? 1 to 10, we do it. 11 to 20, we don't. And I'll roll right now.
Traylon has been quiet on this one, so you go ahead, Traylon. Yes or no?
Yeah, because Traylon's getting left behind.
Yeah, if he's more than 120 feet away, I got no way to get there. I got nothing I can do. That's a fast boat to go 500 feet in a couple seconds.
Well, Quint just looks at Argrax, knowing what Argrax can do, looks at the Togi and goes, I'll get you soon, Togi.
What'd you roll? I need to know.
19.
Ah! My brain was ticking. I'm like, all right. Here's what we do.
Hold on. What? Whoa. Sally's saying, I'll give you a crit if you do.
All right. The other thing is we are almost at a half hour over our time. So what we can do is make our decision here and now. When we make that decision, we'll do some confessions, and that can be pushed to the beginning of our next episode. So you guys let me know. Any decision is whatever is up to you. And we can begin our next session with whatever your choices are. Now, knowing what you know about the Fang, knowing what you know about the Minotaurs, knowing what you know about the treasure and the journey, that decision's up to you entirely. And someone will give you a crit if you do. But also, there's treasure if you don't.
We'll let it go. This time.
He's out of here. I have a feeling we'll see him again.
That's why I said I'll see you. I'll get you next time.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right. He's targeted this time.
Next time, bring some better minions.
Yeah.
You didn't think you guys were going to be that tough, I guess.
I'm
And
definitely targeting
I'm
him.
catching some of these crabs about, slicing, dicing, and jerking up, and
Awesome.
putting on a feast for my good friend Sammy Bird. I'm like, Sammy Bird, good bird.
Well,
Have some crab jerky.
what we need to do first is because you have 3 different
I
types
gotta
of jerky.
keep Sammy Bird in my back pocket.
You have I forget what the other type besides monkey jerky is, but you have the monkey jerky, the other jerky, and now the crab jerky. You need to see which one Sammy likes best.
Ooh, I actually know what the answer to this might be. Like IRL.
What was the other one that I forget?
It was the Kraken type
Octopus
monster.
turkey.
Oh no, it was that that thing that we fought in the pool.
Yeah, it was like a Kraken / octopus / whatever.
Aboleth?
Aboleth. It's an aboleth.
Yeah, the aboleth jerky.
Yes.
Because pop quiz DM, I loot the body.
All right.
So yep, I put out a couple of I lay one of each outside, and we see which one Sammy Bird likes best.
Sammy Bird absolutely will go for the crab jerky over everything else. Because
monkey jerky is starting to get a bit on the low side.
Well, and it's a little tougher. You know, the crab jerky is nice and
So I just go and I start smashing more crabs so that you can slice.
Oh yeah. Yep. I go through and I do a full stocking, and all that gets loaded up into the bag of holding. While everyone is all busy and distracted also, and I'm sorting through my pack, cleaning up crabs and all that, I'm shifting my book into the bag of holding. That way it's hidden and out of sight.
okay.
After making sure that everyone's all distracted, and I'm pretty sure what's his face is kind of in awe of after what just happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he's probably a bit more endeavored to us, seeing his reaction of the Fang and how we.
Yes. So Decius is kind of an older man. He was ready to help you, but like, man, he was like, you got this. There's birds. There's lions. I'm good. Yeah. So he definitely is very much more inclined to take you to the treasure, and he's very glad that nothing has happened to Sigrid. And he's very excited to go on this adventure with you. So he takes you to that treasure chest. Some of the birds do follow you along. Sammy, for sure, is coming with you. He's like, shiny? For me? Yeah, let's go.
And I keep giving them pieces of crab.
Heck yeah. So as you travel onto that third island, it doesn't take you very long. You do see that there is a treasure chest. It's marked with a couple of rune symbols. You kind of just blaze right through because, of course, Decius did know where it was.
What is the name on it?
The name. Oh, hang on. Didn't write it down. The name on it is clearly the next one in the. Oh no, I didn't write it down.
The sequence.
Yeah, it's
Because we've already gotten Rancor and Glory, so
Yep.
Is it malice, valor, pride, or greed?
I can tell you as soon as I open the thing that has it
I'm
on it.
marking
And I
them
thought
off
I
as
would know.
we go along.
Yeah, so I will tell you in the meantime while I pull that up. When you open it, it does have 500 gold pieces. It does have another treasure map. It doesn't have all those bells and whistles that the other ones do, but it does very much have something very special. And I'm going to tell you exactly what that thing is right now because this was submitted on our Patreon, and we did pick the winner just earlier. We did read through them and decide which one was going to be in this game. So the winner is this one. You find inside of that treasure chest cards of credit or carrying cards. Formulated by a greedy wizard for the storing and lending of valuables, each pair of these blank cards, an original and its duplicate, are created by way of a third-level transmutation spell with a material cost of 20 GP per cubic foot capacity. Once in existence, non-living items can be stored or retrieved, accessible by each card. The duration is unlimited, but the cards are made of paper and can be destroyed easily. If a card is destroyed while containing one item or more, the items are still accessible by the card's duplicate. If no duplicate exists, the item is lost. That might be very useful for you guys. Also, that was submitted by Johnny O's son, by Johnny O. So that is the winner of our Patreon contest. That was a little different than usual. So you said you have already found the Malice and the Rancor, correct?
The Glory and the Rancor.
The Glory and the Rancor. You have, unknowingly, you did find the Malice as well. So this next one is the Valor. It says Valor on the, just bring up a little picture. It says Valor on the little plaque on the treasure chest. So there you go.
Oh, and the aggression.
And the aggression. Yep, that was the first one. All right. At this point, I'm going to actually leave you guys still on that island to make some more decisions because I think you have a little bit more to talk about before you get back in your no longer broken boat. But as we do that, I am going to do one more quick round of confessions.
No confession, but I'm just rolling around on the ground like Siegfried and Roy being tickle-licked by two giant lions.
And that's how we get demonetized.
Oh, there's Sammy Bird. Have some more crab jerky. You're such a good bird. I'm so glad you came by. You want to come join us on our adventure?
I'm sorry. It makes me so happy.
I feel bad for Argrax, but at least I got to knock somebody's head loose. And Torgi, I'm coming for you.
All right, my friends. So I appreciate you all so much for sticking around for this. I'm so sorry it ran so far over. I kind of had a tough decision to make. Do we stop? Do we keep going? But I appreciate you all for your patience. And I am very excited. Our next game is coming up in July. So please keep your eyes peeled for that. In the meantime, make sure you check in, especially if you are on Patreon. We got a lot of stuff coming up. But also there are some really exciting things coming, especially after some of us get back from Scotland. We got some cool stuff in the pipeline. So until then, thank you all so much for joining us. And again, I apologize this ran so far over, but I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your week, a wonderful weekend. And once I find the video in 1 second, I will bid you all a wonderful, fantastic good night. And hang on. When a regular 20 just won't do, I found it. You need a net 21. Have a good night, everybody.